side lane, missing exits, I'm glued to the pavement. Between the lines, I'll keep my gaze straight ahead as the last stop flies by. No more waiting for the gun to fire, no more walking through revolving doors. I've gone around once, and I don't need to go around anymore. It's time to break away, forget your sober case. Stop dwelling on empty words, stop stalling in the doorway. Cancel the cruise control, switching the manual. Don't you wanna feel right again? Don't you wanna feel whole? Don't you wanna feel? Full steam through the setbacks. You can't win them all, but I'm proud I tried. I'm glad we had a dialogue. It's good to shape the mind. Speeding up the pace, turning up the heat. Where I need to be for the first time. Taking risks, I'm casting off without a lifeline. Break away, forget your sober case. Stop dwelling on empty words, stop stalling in the doorway. Cancel the cruise control, switch it in the manual. Don't you wanna feel right again? Don't you wanna feel whole? Don't you wanna feel? Don't you wanna, don't you wanna, don't you wanna feel break away, forget your sober case. Stop dwelling on empty words, stop stalling in the doorway.
The fire makes the city look so bright. Close your eyes and just stay tight. We have to go. Stay with me while we leave. Don't worry, just believe me. This journey will relieve us. Stay with me while we leave. Stay with me while we leave. Don't worry, just believe me. This journey will relieve us. Stay with me.
I'm on my own, broken alone. I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found, but you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air, like a blazing flare. Don't stare, cause the flames will burn us. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. Kiss your head when you cried for me. Hold your hand while the pain was over. Keep you warm by the roaring sea. You meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. My darling dear, you're never here. When I'm in pain, you hide and disappear. Like shadows in the atmosphere, charting the stratosphere. Yeah. I prayed for you and kept you near, in hopes you'd chase away my fears. I'm on my own, you made it so, and now I'm chasing nightmares through. I used to run with you through the
Hello there. It's been a while. What can I say? Yeah, it's been a while. But I'm excited to be back, not gonna lie. I hope you guys are ready for this. This is gonna be a mega spicy game. You already know what it is by that title. You can see there, it is NiBBLE Conspire versus ATK. This is gonna be Prem Division, round 1, leg 3. Lads, I think this is gonna be a spicy game. Well, in any case, it's me. It's your boy Patchy. You know what it is. You know who it is. You know what's going on. And, well, I'm joined here today by a big spicy. It's Krim. Krim, how's it going?
Hey, I'm the big spicy Prem.
You're the big spicy Krim, yeah.
I'm happy to be here to help you out. You know, it's not nice talking for 2 hours by yourself. I'm quite used to it, but I mean, like.
Yeah, I mean,
nowadays-
same. Same,
yeah, I'm
same.
happy to be here, dude. I'm so keen to watch this game.
Yeah.
It's gonna be insane. They've got some insane players, insane teams, insane strats. I'm hella ready.
Yeah, same. Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, I've seen both of these teams in action. More so Conspire, obviously, but you know that's just the nature of what I'm doing here.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've seen both of the teams. I know what's popping, and I'm gonna tell you what's popping. It's a big spicy. That's what's popping. It's gonna be quite an interesting game, I must say. Obviously, as people have been alerted to that fact, I think we are gonna be seeing Inferno first. So I think without further ado, let's just get straight into it. I believe they're starting now.
Are they?
I don't know. Are they not?
They should be going to the knife soon. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're going to the knife. We're not gonna watch the knife.
Oh,
Do you want to watch the knife?
bro, I'm waiting for some sick strats to come out in this knife. What do you mean?
All right. Well, I mean, we can watch the knife. We can watch the knife. It's fine.
Conspire boys have some cheeky strats when they knife.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know what's going on with my CS:GO box. Let me just make that bigger. Don't know why it's so small. I apologize.
Still waiting for it to show up on my side.
Yeah. All right. Well, there it is. I think we should be able to see it now. I'm not entirely sure, but it is going to be the knife round now. When it comes to knife round strats, I know a lot of people they don't put much emphasis on knife round, but knife round strats are actually are pretty big. You know, because if you win the knife round, you get to pick, which is quite an advantage in and of itself. So.
Yeah, bro, like, I mean, if you have a choice, like, obviously every time you would play TT, I mean, it's just like the nature of the game, and it's just I don't know, I've seen Conspire do some cheeky things before, but it seems like they went for something pretty standard this time. And I got absolutely mauled as well.
Yeah. Alright, so, cool. ATK, they get to pick. I'm seeing that a lot of people are saying the mic is soft. Prem, can you just
My
speak
mic.
for us? Let me
Hello,
just see
it
if
is
you're...
I.
Does he sound a little bit better now, guys?
Hi, it is I. Hello, ding dong. Hello.
Hello.
1, 2, 3. I wasn't talking a bit softly. It's fine. I'll get in the hype. Just pull up the chat as well so I can see what the boys are saying.
Yeah. Alright, so as we wait for this whole thing to take place, I believe we might just wait a couple extra minutes for the delay, which isn't a problem, obviously, because there's a little bit to talk about here. So we're just gonna go through the roster real quick. Obviously, ATK, they got Sloya, they got Mistem, there's Blaze, there's Doru, and there's Fady. And then on the side of Conspire, we got Rogues, Moch, or Mog as I like to call him. Got Frozen, Ivan, and Dagger. Yeah, I keep calling him Mog because Mog is an actual name.
Is it really?
Yeah, Mog is an actual name. Obviously, it's Moch,
Interesting.
from what I understand, but you know, I am English, so
Yeah. It's a good excuse. Don't worry about it.
yeah. But I mean, there is a cat. There's a cat called Mog in a popular book series
Really?
thing.
I
Yeah.
didn't know about that.
He's called
that's quite
Mog the
interesting.
Forgetful Cat, but that's information that you don't need to know. That's just irrelevant information right there. It's a little bit spicy. Okay, so we are going to be getting into it pretty soon. I believe we will wait those couple of minutes there, but I must say, there's a couple of players on these rosters that I'm going to be keeping my eye on. I don't know who you're going to be watching, Grim?
I mean, for me, I'm really excited to see Frozen play. I haven't watched much of his gameplay, but from what I've been told, he's quite the young prodigy. And putting him in a team like Conspire, where they're pretty structured and they have a lot of like individual players that are just really good. Like Dagger seems to be doing a lot of the entries. Ivan is a really good clutcher, that kind of thing. So Frozen in there, like a lot more firepower, is going to be really interesting to see.
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, there's a lot of big names that that I can see, of course.
You got
But,
your boys Mistem and
yeah.
Fady.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've all played overseas. They've all done their fair share of Premier Division and Master Division gaming. It's a really, honestly, it's a really strong team.
Yeah, it certainly is. Alright, so we're going to be getting into it. As far as I can tell here, we're going to be seeing...
Switch up mic here a little bit. There we go.
Yeah, I'm just checking to make sure your mic is not ultimately soft. I did turn it up a little bit. I might just have to turn it up some more.
Yeah.
Just make sure.
Fine, I can put my face a bit closer, so you might be able to hear me better.
Yeah, you can tell I'm not. You can tell I'm not super used to casting with people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I'm so used to casting by myself. I don't have to worry about the sound of anyone else.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, dude, I'm so keen. I'm actually super hyped to watch this game. I haven't watched a CS game in quite a while, so coming back to something like this is quite a hype, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, I imagine so. Alright, while we wait actually for a second, I'm just going to go and listen to your voice, just to see how actually soft it is.
Hello, hi. I can see if I can put it up on my computer, otherwise you can just literally yeet me to like crazy volume.
Alright, okay, if I just tweak it slightly, it should be better now.
Okay, hello. 1,
Hello.
2, 3, testing. Tell me, stream people, how does it sound? Mr. and Mrs. and everything in between.
Yeah, that's my line.
You might be getting softer.
No, that's not possible. That's not possible. I've literally
That's
been...
fine. I'm leaning into this mic now. We're good.
Like, I'm actually just gonna flip a lid. For real. Like,
Gonna
it's
flip a
so
table,
cold,
dude.
I don't want to put my fingers out and try and move all the dials and stuff.
Yeah. I'll up my volume a bit if the guys are still complaining. Otherwise, it should be Gucci now.
It should be Gucci now. It should be Gucci now.
Yeah.
Alright.
It just seems like they're doing the beta now. Have Silent Chill. What kind of games are we gonna get? Sure. Mirage and Inferno out already.
That's kind of a sadness.
Yeah, because Inferno is quite a fun map for Conspire, from what I know. It's one of their favorites.
Yeah. Alright, well, as far as maps go, Train is not super bad. I do like Mirage, Inferno, and Dust. Obviously, everyone knows that by
Yeah,
now.
of
If
course.
you watch me cast, if you watch me stream, you know those are my favorite maps there. But it's fine. At this stage, you know, we see what sort of teams like what sort of maps. We've seen a lot of Train, actually a lot of a little bit more Vertigo than I would have wanted to see. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But in any case, we're going to be seeing Overpass as map 1. Very nice.
That is quite dope, dude.
It's an okay map, not amongst the worst, but also not right at the top of my favorites. It kind
Yeah.
of sits slap bang in the middle there, like, yeah, this is an okay map, no problems.
Yeah, obviously it's not as good as the Mirages, the Infernos, the Dusts, the fun maps. But I mean, a lot more tactics coming out here, I'd assume then. And these kind of maps. What do you think?
Well, when it comes to Overpass specifically, the one thing that always comes into play is the fact that you can rotate between the sites very quickly as a CT,
Yeah.
right? So you can go between A and B really
Eat
quickly.
through heaven.
Yeah, exactly. There's like literally a staircase. You go one level down, and there it is.
Yeah.
And the same is true, of course, if you're in post plant for a terrorist, for instance. So if you have control of that side of the area, then you know you have pretty good rotation control, right? Because if you're holding that specific spot, then all you're doing is waiting for either somebody to come there because you know they either have to be there or they're coming from the other angle over there by long or mid. So you can kind of limit the amount of rotation options if you have control of that specific spot. So yeah, when it comes to that, you know, you always got to keep in mind that particular sort of avenue, that sort of verticality of the map, which is actually, I think they do it okay in Overpass. Like the verticality is okay, it's nice. In my opinion, they botched it up in Vertigo.
Alright, yeah. Yeah,
Like-
Vertigo, I don't know. Vertigo is still a weird map for me. I
Yeah.
still don't know how I feel about it. I think it's the same for a lot of pros.
The-
They don't-
the
they don't
thing
really
is,
know how they
like-
feel about it yet.
The thing is, from pretty much the get-go, I didn't like Vertigo because
Back in the day, like 5 years ago, we used to play it randomly on MM. I'm like, what is this map? And now they put it in the pool, and I was even more confused. And now they've changed it so much. It's actually incredible how much they've changed it.
yeah, but I mean they keep changing it every 5 seconds.
Yeah.
And there's a reason for that. It's because it's a bad map. Not necessarily because... I mean, I say that, but not necessarily because it's a bad map, but because in order to execute a map like that, it becomes very, very difficult. You know,
Yeah.
like you might, like in actual fact, you might have to redesign Vertigo entirely from the ground up to try and get a competitively viable map that has so much verticality and like odd sort of spots in it, right? Because in CS:GO we're not really used to that kind of thing. In other games
Very much
maybe,
a unique map.
but exactly, it's not really something that CS:GO sees that much. So it is a little bit odd to play in that way, and it can feel very odd and very weird to play in. So I've seen a lot of teams actually just practice the hell out of that map just so that they can have a curveball to throw at people, and that has sort of been the Vertigo's spot, right? Like that has been the whole role of Vertigo in competitive CS. It's like, this is that map that we can practice better than you, throw at you, and then we have a better chance of winning. Although we've seen some pretty big upsets on the map, so
It was like a bit of like a nuke vibe back in the day. Like it was always like, it's interesting.
It is. In any case, we're just waiting for them to finish up and all that good stuff. Waiting to make sure we can get into that game, which will happen shortly. But we just didn't want to have the intermission screen running for a million years, because I know that can get sort of boring sometimes.
Yeah, I'd rather just have us chatting some shit
Yeah.
in the game.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
we can
exactly.
Mess around. And they've made a couple of changes to Overpass, right? In the last day.
Mm.
Lower is a little bit of brightness in it. They removed the bicycle on long. And there's one more thing. I can't remember. Oh, they took out the window in bathroom. All those things, apparently.
Yeah, well, we'll see if those come into play. I'm sure it might catch a couple of these players off guard, obviously. When you practice a map so much, you know, then sometimes those little changes can throw you off if you haven't had enough time to sort of get used to them. I've seen it happen a couple times. I mean, I'm actually interested to see the tendency towards Dust 2 now with the door change. I actually made a tweet about it.
Really?
Literally,
yeah, that's true.
yeah, the doors have been reversed on B site on Dust 2, and that's actually a change that I covered quite a while ago in a video that I did on Twitter, where I reviewed a whole bunch of Sponge's suggested changes. Obviously, if you don't know Sponge, he's a CSGO caster for ESL, whatever. But he had a whole bunch of a list of changes that he would want to see to make Dust a better competitive map, and that was one of them. And I actually I reviewed all the changes, and I spoke about just how I feel about them, and I asked for a lot of community opinions on them, and most of them were kind of meh, didn't really see the point of them. But the one change that we did kind of see as being a good one was the reversing of those doors. So the fact that that has actually come in is quite interesting. I'm very curious to see how that plays out.
Yeah, I'm honestly really keen to play that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it changes, makes it the retake. It seems like it'll make the retake a little bit easier too. You can throw some, like the util will be easier to like throw in door-wise instead of just over the wall.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's like a lot of things that can change a lot just from a door being opened the other way.
Yeah, for sure, and it also offers a lot of other angles towards the site. Obviously, like you say, retakes will be a lot easier, but also the fact that, for instance, the door is actually angled in such a way that you can see the tunnel from mid.
You
means
don't
that
bring out the door just to see the left side of the site.
Right, and also thinking about it this way, if you think about how setups usually go on Dust 2, it's you usually put 2A, 1 mid, 2B, and then you kind of play around a little bit. Sometimes you put 1B and like, you know, 2 mid and 2A or 3A, you know, so you can play around with that a little bit. But for me, what's interesting is that you could potentially put nobody on B. And put two people mid and play it like that and have your mid guy be watching sort of tunnel as well as mid. You know, like let's say they get smoked off, they can just go and hold tunnel, and then the other person who's playing with them can just rotate if the B comes down or something like that. So, you know, there's a little bit more possibility in terms of playing around B just because of the fact that you have that opened up, you know, because the only way to attack B is either through the tunnels or split tunnels and mid, right? Or you can rotate straight through mid and go through the door. But the fact that you can now see the tunnels from mid means that you can reinforce mid completely and know if they're coming from tunnels or not. Obviously, if they come quickly and you can't land the shot, then obviously that's going to be a bit of a problem because they'll be on site. But it could still. If you have faith in your AWPer, you know, if you've got some Kenny S up in here, you could potentially just play mid more and have no one on B.
High level, there's definitely going to be a lot of changes. I feel like.
Yeah,
definitely. It's gonna be really cool to see. I'm really excited to see what the players do with it. I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of new angles, positions, tactics, like retakes, like different. There are a lot of things. There's gonna be a lot of changes.
Yeah, and one of the coolest things that I love to see about new things that happen in games is how the players like just absolutely abuse the hell out of it, or just sort of create things that we didn't see before that nobody expected. You know, there's like tiny little changes, and then everyone's just like absolutely brute forcing the changes to see what they can do with it, and it's nice to see. I like it. You know, it's like sort of a community effort, just like uncovering the secrets of the changes, in a sense.
Yeah, I love it, dude. Every time anything changes, like you see like 20 different things just come out of one person, and it's like there's so many things that change. It's just really cool to see, like the adaptation. I think that CS taking an approach like that is really cool. Like if they do it more often, changing tiny things to change the meta even just slightly makes it so much more refreshing for players.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah. All right. Hopefully we can get in sooner rather than later, because I'll be very sad if we have to wait any longer for this, because I'm so keen to see what happens. Like, I'm really interested to see how this plays out, because from what I understand, ATK have been doing a really, really solid job in recent times. Their wins have been great, really solid. I think they've lost very minimally, which is sort of the ATK vibe that I'm getting. You know, the same has sort of been true for their Rainbow Six team.
Yeah, it's kind of the ATK are kind of just like getting all the super teams together.
Yeah,
basically,
yeah,
at this
they
point.
seem to be pretty good at doing that. So I'm interested to see if ATK are sort of going to be, or at least in the CS team at least, are going to be keeping that up. I'm sure they will, for, you know, just based on the reputation of the players and what I've heard, is certainly going to be that they will not let us down. But I mean, on the other side, Conspire are doing really well as well. They're also quite a solid team. And I'm expecting to see some good things from them as well. So I'm very interested to see how this plays out.
Yeah, I'm really keen to see what Conspire do with Frozen. I think he only joined in about 2 weeks ago, or just under 2 weeks ago. And like I said earlier, he's very much a fragger and like a little young prodigy. And I'm really keen to see what they do with him, where they put him, what kind of positions they have him playing, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm really keen to see how they do against ADKs. Them being like they're all individually such strong players, and obviously in that sense they're also as a team just really strong.
Yeah.
So I'm really keen to see what Conspire can do against them with all the practice they've been putting in.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree with you on that one. I'm also just the same as you. I think I'm also interested to see how Frozen plays with this team. Like you said, he was recently acquired, as far as we are aware, at least. You know, that announcement came in. Although I must say, when it comes to ATK and announcements, man, gee, they make you wait. Make you wait longer than you think. You think the announcement comes out of nowhere? Nah, it's been in the works for like a month, dude. I'm telling you.
Yeah, dude, they're really good with that kind of shit. They keep you waiting and they keep you excited. And
oh boy. Well, we're waiting for a couple more players to ready up right now. We're just waiting for that to go down before we get into the match. Yeah, I must say, I believe this is a best of 3, right?
yeah, this is a best of 3.
Yeah.
I think all DGL games should be best of 3.
Yeah.
I'm really keen. Yeah, it's Overpass. I'm not sure of the other map actually. I think I was paying attention.
Yeah.
Surprise.
Yeah, but that's always the issue, you know. Like when you cast, there's always a problem between production and casting, because for those of you who don't know, the wonderful world of casting in South Africa means that you play the role of caster, producer, observer, and pretty much all that kind of stuff. You do it all in one. And you know, like, casting is a job in and of itself, but then having to do all the other stuff, like, it detracts your attention quite a lot.
Yeah,
so sometimes, like, I'll be paying so much attention to something that I'll just completely forget something else. You know, like, sometimes even...
I'm casting, I forgot. Like, you're just in the observer mode and you're just looking around, you're like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to speak.
Yeah, or it'll be like, I'm so in the casting mode that I don't even actually see the end result, and then the next map will happen, and I will not know what the score was previously. And I'll be like, wait a second, I literally just cast that match, how do I not know the score? It happens.
Yeah, of course. It's nice to have someone else with you then, I assume, just to take a bit of load off you.
Yeah, one day the goal is to have a fully kitted out production team supporting you on the back end, a nice casting and analyst desk, you know, all that cool stuff. But one day.
Yeah, one day, dude. Yeah, I'm sure it's gonna come, dude. NiBBLE's got some things in the works, and we're always looking to improve, so...
Yeah.
Eventually we're gonna have a nice little production team, I'm sure.
Hell yeah. Yeah, we can do some cool stuff. So yeah, with that out the way, let's get into this. Let's get into this game. I think we are pretty much ready. The knife, I believe, is already decided.
Is it? Yeah. What's happening? No. They're cancelling. What's happening? Everyone's leaving. I think we have a problem, boys.
Oh no. Well, I mean, it's not a South African competitive game if there's no technical issues, so
Yeah, man, it's
yeehaw.
only 8, so we're not doing too badly.
Yeah, we've waited longer for competitive games. Let that be known.
Yeah. Guys,
All right,
we're
well,
going to a different server. That's what's happening.
we'll pop over to a quick intermission, and we'll be back
Yeah.
in like 5 seconds. And hopefully they ready up as soon as possible. I'm sure they will. Everyone wants this to get underway. I'm sure the teams want to get this underway. So let's just pop that intermission screen, and we'll be right with you in a couple of seconds. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Great big leaves, laugh at you when you laugh at me. Hope for us because I believe the home was just you and me. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, I'm gonna do this on my own. No point in blaming you, you did not know. Oh, I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me.
black eyes make my way into your mind, just to know what you knew. Restless every time we start locking eyes. Lost control. Oh, it's paradise with honesty, but I'm in the dead of the night. Let the darkness take control. Let the darkness take control. Darkness take control. May the darkness take control. Take me in the smoke, breathe me in and let me go. Sink to your heart to find you. Open up your eyes till you're blinded by the lies, so you can see what you do. Restless every time we start locking eyes. Lost control. Oh, it's paradise with honesty, but I'm in the dead of the night. Teardrops on the floor. The pain is over. Feel the darkness take control. The darkness take control.
Where do you go when you're young, when you're restless, when you're fun, cause you're desperate? Oh, here they come for a chance, for adventure. What's your poison? What's your pleasure? Oh, my city, she never sleeps, my city. She never weeps, my city. She keeps me alive. Give it up for my city, oh, oh. Give it up for my city, oh, oh. Give it up for my city, oh, oh, oh. Give it up. swimming against the tide. I wanna forget you, but you pull me in. I know this ocean is far too wide. I wanna forget you. Let me forget you. Push and pull, but you repel me. I'm giving up this fight. Love and hate, we've blurred the lines. I'm giving up this fight. You've lost, but I don't feel I have won. I wanna forget you, but only time will heal. Too late to erase the bad we've done. I wanna forget you. Let me forget you. Push and pull, but you repel me. I'm giving up this fight. Love and hate, we've blurred the lines. I'm giving up this fight.
brothers on the rise now. Endless celebrations all in my house. Levitating now, I'm super duper fly now. London boy, but DC where I reside now. Put the time in while you always yelling time out. If you quit it, cause I know I'm coming with it. You were sitting, you were wishing I was handling my business. Now I got the ball like Harry Potter playing Quidditch. And my business is humongous, you would think that happens in there. Damn man, I'm all that, yeah, I'm all that. Working for that whip, yeah, that what you call that. I'ma blow up in the summer, have him yelling fall back. And I've always been ahead like an effing ball cap. Man, I came in the game like, whoa. Got a couple chains on me cause I like gold. They told me I'm the best and I told them I know. Cause when I'm in your town, every ticket I sold. Yeah, they saying I'm the man.
Well, thank you so much, guys, for waiting. Apparently, we're going right back into it as soon as possible. So, thank you so much for waiting. We really apologize. There was a lot of havoc with the servers. Apparently, we needed to get some servers running, and you had to ask for it and petition it and wait for it and blah 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 blah. But we're here now, I believe, so everything should be good to go. So we're gonna get into this as soon as possible. All right, let's just get everything ready. Make sure no one's too loud or too soft or too this or that.
Hello, it's me.
Hello, it's you. You are back. Yes.
Yeah. Hopefully the volume is good. Everything's okay now.
I certainly hope so.
At this point, it's like just.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's just jump straight into it. Then we're waiting for the players to ready up, and then we will be getting into the game.
Yep.
Yeehaw.
Perfect. Yeehaw.
All right. Well, yeah, I don't know. We left off on a pretty good spot. We spoke about most of the things that we really wanted to speak about.
Yeah.
Ultimately, a synopsis if you weren't here before when when we were about to get into game, but then didn't. Basically, these two teams, pretty big powerhouses. We're expecting a lot of stuff. They're gonna do pretty well, I think. So I think we're gonna see some very spicy games here. Hopefully it's not a stomp. Those are always sad to see. But I doubt it will be. I think there's going to be some pretty good competition going on here. Yeah, it's Conspire versus ATK, and hopefully we get into it ASAP. I do not want to see any more delay. I'm sure you don't want to see any more delay. I don't think Prem wants to see any more delay. I think we want to get straight into
I'll be hella mad, dude. They better get started. We've got
Yeah.
everyone in the server, so that's a plus.
Yeah.
We're winning. Seems like everyone's reading up too, so we should be done soon. We should be starting.
Yes.
There we go. We're going live.
Yes. Great. Oh, that's such a good sight to see.
Oh, dude, my heart.
All right. So this is it. I think we're here.
Are we actually starting?
I
crazy.
certainly hope so. It feels surreal. Is this reality?
It's finally happening.
Is this a dream? No, I think this is it. All right, so it's going to be
we are
NiBBLE
live,
on
boys.
the T side. It's going to be ATK on the CT side. And, well, let's see what's going on. It is, of course, overpass, as you can clearly see. We're going to see a very quick rush.
Straight for a B heat right here.
Yeah.
I like to call it.
Well, they are
Just going
certainly...
straight in. They don't give it. Just going
Oh!
for it.
Very nice headshot and refrag there coming out from both teams. So it's going to be 2 taken down from ATK. Conspire going to get that bomb down super quick. Ooh, nice headshot coming out from Dagger. Going to take down Sloya. It's Doru and missed him. Missed him getting a nice headshot onto Frozen, but with Conspire with the man advantage, it's going to be difficult. Doru needs to find something here to try and make it into the site. Conspire have this one pretty nicely locked. Doru has to make something happen here. He's going to land the head. He is finally going to find that. Missed him. Gets the next one. It's going to be Dagger to try and finish this clutch. He's got the USP, but he needs to find the head. There's the first. He needs to peek this. There it is. Oh.
They at the end there, ATK nearly took that back, but it seems like Dagger was the only one keeping them from winning the round there.
Yeah, that was...
Yeah, Conspire took that side really hard. I don't think they expected it. They were like the CTs kind of went onto the side really chilled, and then all of a sudden there are 4 Ts running into the side.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much exactly how that planned out. Conspire straight up rush B, and they get themselves a nice round. Almost got taken down by ATK there, like you said, they almost took it back, but ultimately they were able to finish that one out. And yeah, they take the round, the pistol round, round 1. So that's going to be pretty good economy-wise, especially considering they can buy up now. You can see they've got Galil's Mac 10 and an AK. So they've got a lot of firepower considering they all have helmet and armor as well as a bunch of util. That's going to come and help them against ATK's pistols.
So they got Ivan here just in the bottom chilling, trying to get some tea. Got rogues rushing down lower.
Yeah.
And we've got 3 guys outside beach just waiting for their teammates, I guess.
Yeah, you've got to be pretty aggressive when you're Conspire here. Having won that first round, you need to be super aggressive. You just need to absolutely go for it, because as soon as you stop playing normally, as soon as you stop playing slowly, smartly, you lose. Because we've seen so many times the pistols, they can do a lot of work. So there it is, Rogue's going to clean that one up. Blaze gets taken down, NiBBLE take round 2, and that's kind of expected. A lot of teams don't realize that after winning round 1, the second round is very often a given. It's sort of a free round after winning that first, just based on the way economy works. You can usually win that one, but we've seen it plenty of times where the other team will actually win it, because a lot of people underestimate or overestimate the power of pistols, right? So they say, you know what, it's fine, we'll play normally. The pistols, they can't really do anything. And suddenly you're getting smacked in the face, one shot by a Deagle or taken down by a P250, and you're losing your AK. And it's like, you shouldn't be losing your AK. So Conspire, really well played there. They clean it up, play it as they should have, and they take it down. So now it's going to be a gun round versus gun round. Mistim going to open it up against Rogues, who goes down. Now it's a 5v4.
Yeah, it seems like Conspire are really hugging towards the B side here pretty often. They have a guy in lowers. They got Ivan actually watching behind this time. No one in lowers. But they've got their 3 guys in B, just waiting for some picks, kind of slowly pushing into B now.
Yeah, some good util used in response as Conspire make their way towards the B site. They're gonna have to peek this perfectly. Ooh, the crossfire is there. Fady and Doro are gonna easily clap this one out, and there it is. The headshot to clean it up, and ATK take their first round. So it's 1-2, and yeah, the ATK looking pretty strong with those rifles.
Yeah, they had a guy on short there and a guy behind the barrels, and Conspire didn't expect either of them, it seems like, and they just got crossfired completely.
Yeah, when you're taking a site like that, obviously it's very important to be able to clean the angles pretty much to perfection. And right now, or right there in that previous round, the crossfire was very, very good. Like you said, it was pretty much, there was always somebody watching the angle. There was about 3 of them, I think, or 4 of them holding the angles, and they couldn't really clean up any of them to try and deal with the other angles. So as soon as they peaked the first one, they couldn't clean that one up, which they needed to, which was the downfall of the round there. They are able to buy into this one at least. They have AKs and a MAC-10, got some util, got some armor and helmets. And, ooh, Mistim actually aggressively peeking long here again. This is the second time he's done this.
Sorry, peeking up mid.
Yeah, this is, ooh,
Frozen there. Ooh,
almost catches Frozen completely off guard, but he's able to correct himself there. 7 HP, but he wins the fight, which at least gives a bit of a man advantage. The trade is good as well. That's going to leave man advantage on the side of Conspire right now, as Frozen moves up long towards A. They still have a player in B. So there's only 2 to defend this now, but a great deal of damage going down onto Moch from Mistim there, who's holding towards bathrooms.
We've got 2 guys pushing up along as well, throwing down some smokes. They're going to get a nice cross push onto A side here.
Ooh, that looks like a failed nade, I think. Yeah, that was a bit of a failed smoke, unfortunately. Always hate to see it. Ooh, a nice bit of pre-fire coming out there from Dag. Obviously doesn't connect with anything, but you know, it's the thought that counts. I always liked seeing corners checked. If you've seen any of my previous casts, you know, like Patchy rule 101, check your corners. So it's always nice that, to see the corners actually checked. It's going to be Doro and Blaze to try and reclaim this one back in a retake. 3v2, so it's possible, but it's going to be difficult. They need to get themselves in this one. It is planted for bathrooms, so they're going to have to extend quite a bit to try and get out. Here comes the smoke. Ooh, Rogues. Oh, there it is. Conspire just holding all the angles. It was basically impossible to crack that one open.
Yeah, they were all sitting really far back. There was no way for them. Like, they could take control of the site, but that's as much as they could do.
Yeah. Yeah, they only got as far as they really could have. The site was free, but the angles were held. And, okay, it's going to be Conspire taking 3. Very nice.
Yeah, we got T's on a force. Is it a force or a save? It's a save.
It's a bit of an eco. Yeah. It's a bit of an eco here for the CTs. They're going to pull out some Deagles.
Nice
yeah, the Deagles can do a lot of damage. We've seen them do a lot of damage.
Especially on these higher tier players.
Ooh.
You don't really feel it.
Look at that. It's already immediate damage going down, but it doesn't matter with the spray. The AKs come through, but look at this. This is insane. This is chaos. The Deagle's just going straight through the smoke. You can see those fancy new icons there telling you exactly what's going on. It's going to be free AK upgrades and a spam through the smoke. Not going to connect. Slow, you should be able to clean this one up. Rogues has no idea.
I guess kind of lost. Oh, there he is. He's waiting for that. I know that timing.
He's got
Still
4 bullets in
2v1.
here.
I feel like this is still pretty possible, to be honest.
It's possible, especially considering it is versus a Deagle and an AK. And if you could take out Blaze, it might be possible, but this is going to be difficult. 15 HP is not much to work with. One shot from any of these guns is going to be enough to take you out. So you have to land those perfect headshots. Oh, and his position's given away. That's not going to be it.
Yeah.
It's 2-3 as ATK take their second round. And, well,
eco as well.
yeah, on an
You see
eco.
the
It's,
pistols.
Deagles
Like
do
you
the
said.
work. I mean, it's exactly what I was talking about on the first round there. Sometimes you can, or the second round, you can underestimate the power of pistols, and yeah, sometimes that happens a lot. That happens a lot. Sometimes those AKs just lose, and the Deagles, well, they find their targets, and that's exactly what happened. As we move into round 6, we're going to be able to see that buy coming out here for both teams, except for Ivan and Rogues, who are relegated to some pistols.
Yeah, it seems like they didn't want to save up here, so they're just going straight in, hoping that the aim duels will do all the work. They're all pushing up.
Oh no, that is not what you like to see. Missed him. This is like the 3rd or 4th time he's pushed the same thing.
Oh my
What?
goodness, dude.
The spray control is there, and he just single-handedly takes down the entirety of Conspire, most of them at least, and that's going to even things out. 3-3. Mistem has peaked that exact angle almost every round, and I'm surprised that Conspire has not done anything to address that. They weren't even looking in the right direction when Mistem peaked that, so they really felt that one. That's going to be really unfortunate.
A bit of a flash there, but it didn't seem like it did anything. Mistem can kill whether he sees or not, so it's all good.
Yeah, and I mean, the sad thing there is that Conspire did fully buy up. They forced straight up into that one, and that means their economy is going to be looking pretty bad right now.
Complete save.
Yeah.
Absolute complete save.
They have to save at least another one after this as well.
Yeah.
There's no ways they can buy in after this. It's very difficult. Slow, you're going to be quick on the trigger with that AWP. Easily able to take down 1. Mistem going to be on the rotate. Takes down 2. Make that 3. The spray not going to connect for the 4th, but this is looking pretty much done and dusted. Dagger is going to be found immediately.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah, missed him doing a little bit of a dance there to avoid the the shots.
Yeah.
Even Dagger sees the little dance. And there it is, 4 rounds on the board for ATK against Conspire's 3 rounds. I'm interested to see how this pans out, because Conspire, obviously, like we said, they're going to have to save another one in order to fully invest into the next. So they're going to be picking up some Deagles, some Tech 9s against a fully stacked ATK.
Yeah, I don't know how this is gonna go. I wonder what they're gonna do this round, because it seems like whatever they've tried on any of these save rounds hasn't really gone that well on these eco rounds. So I guess they're doing a push lower here, so maybe they'll be able to get a quick frag.
Yeah, well, there it is.
Yeah,
There's the push lower and the quick frag and the upgrade to the AK as well. Slower should be able to capitalize on this. Very nice tracking. There's a second. 8 HP. Still could do something here. 1 bullet with the AWP is enough, but the Tech 9 is also enough. Ooh. So much damage. This is what I love to see. It's so typical of ZACS that you can just whip out Deagles and suddenly be winning,
Just win.
or have a chance and do so
Yeah,
much
dude.
damage. Like, this is typical. It's great to see. And now Conspire, they've upgraded to an AK and an AWP, so they have a chance to really do some serious damage here. If Fady doesn't just kill everyone, that is. Which appears to be the case. There, 3 frags from Fady. What is this? What am I watching here? 2 HP, Fady. That's I don't know. That was insane.
It's a bit of a, yeah, that was weird.
You know, that I was about to say Conspire have a really good chance of doing damage because ATK was so low on HP, and then Fady's like, it's fine, I'll just kill 3 people instantly and just end the round there. I don't want this to go any further. He just shuts that
That's
down.
what I'm saying about ATK though, dude. ATK, like, their players individually have so much skill, and they all more than capable of taking those like 1v2s, 1v3s without a lot of problem. So it's very difficult, even when they have like they add an advantage for them to capitalize.
Oh, and look how far Mistem is. Look at that. He's just pushed all the way up to Fountain. Just,
He's a whatever.
Yeah, at least he gets taken down on the refrag, but
Yeah.
he's done so much damage already that this is going to be difficult for Conspire to keep going. They're going to have to decide exactly what they want to do here. Bomb is still back towards the spawn. They need to find out which avenue is the weakest. So yeah, getting pushed forward by the molly. I'm not sure if Conspire are aware of this. Actually, they're going to molly twice. Very, very well played. They understand exactly where Sloya plays, and they flushed him out of that position. So good mollies there from Conspire, but they need to actually do something off of the back of that. And it looks like they're going to be rotating towards B. Not really finding anything in that bathrooms area. And Blaze, look at this angle here. This is a bit of a cheeky one. He's actually going to find the head of Ivan. Just doesn't even...
expect that.
I honestly expected him to sit there for a little bit longer,
Yeah,
but he
me
actually
too.
adjusts nice and quickly, catches out a player there. So, yeah, this is some really high-tier CS right here.
They've got 3 players already nearly rotated onto the B side, so I don't think this is going to go as well as they're wanting it to.
Yeah, you are certainly right about that. As Mistem finds one, Blaze gets another. It's going to be Frozen against 3 with an AWP. This is going to be difficult, especially if he gets peeked by Blaze, which seems to be what's about to happen. A shot in the back. It is 6 rounds for ATK.
Yeah, it just seems like Conspire's getting picked off at like really unfortunate times, and also in the beginning of every round, it seems like they're getting dropped by one player every time.
Yeah.
Okay, they're taking attack here, it seems.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. This is a good spot to take a tactical timeout. Is he actually counting? He's counting in the chat there. He's giving us a little countdown. But this is pretty much a great time to take a tactical timeout, especially for ATK, because right now Conspire are trying to look at shutting down the snowball, right? ATK, they've taken a lot of good rounds off the back of this, and Conspire, they want to get into it, they want to take down that snowball, they want to crush it, they want to stop it, they want to pick those picks and take some wins here, because they're falling behind, and they don't want that to happen. And the perfect thing to shut down any sort of momentum is to play a little bit of a mind game. You take a quick tactical timeout, you replan your strats, you start playing differently, and this is pretty much the what I'm seeing here right now. ATK, they have a certain way of playing, blah 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 blah, they do it. Obviously, that's not going to work forever. So Conspire, they're going to start figuring it out. So what do? You take a tag timeout, you say, alright, let's switch things up a little bit. So let's see if ATK does actually do that. Let's see if they switch things up a bit. But that, if they do so, that's really going to throw Conspire off, and that's going to make it really difficult to try and come back into this one.
Yeah, it seems like yeah, they're going on to straight A.
Woo!
This round's kind of like just a throwaway, obviously.
I mean, this seems like a rinse and repeat to me. And Mistem pushes out long, Sloya is sitting there in mid, he gets a pick, Mistem gets a pick, Mistem gets another, and suddenly Conspire don't really have anything to do.
We've got Morky with an ult, at least maybe we can get some kills.
Yeah, he gets one, but there it is. Fady gonna close that one out. 7 rounds for ATK, but this is interesting. I'm curious now. Does Conspire buy into this one? They should. They have plenty of cash. But when they do, how do they respond? Because now what you need to do is you need to say, alright, Mistem always pushes out long, Sloya's always in mid. Either we prepare for that, we take that fight and win, or we play around that, we go somewhere else. Because right now, whatever they're doing, it's not working. Because Mistem's always going to push out long, Sloya's always going to be there in mid, and they're gonna get the picks if you're not prepared. So you need to be prepared for those battles, try and take them and win them. And if you can't, there needs to be another plan. There needs to be something else. So right now, Conspire, they need to be executing that something else.
It seems like they're doing, like they have a pretty much a default here. They have Ivan's always going down lows. They got Frozen in mid. They're just kind of playing slow. You're waiting for CT's mistakes. It seems waiting for ATK to.
Yes, 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 yes. There we go. There we go. That is exactly what I was talking about. So Conspire, they're going to be able to get 2. The trades are good though. ATK able to respond very nicely. Now the bomb is moving towards B. There's one player here, actually 2, to connect, and I'm not sure if they're going to be prepared for this. No, they're not. They're not going to win the aim battles, and that's going to be an issue. Frozen now left in a 1v3. The players are low, but this is an AWP we're talking about here. It doesn't do consistent damage. It does a 1-shot, 1 kill. So 9 HP is, you might as well be 100 HP at this stage. Mistem, Fady, and Sloya both have a perfect chance of being able to take down Frozen. And right now, it sort of seems like Frozen just wants to do as much damage as possible or potentially save this AWP. Because Conspire can't keep taking these losses. Because what we see is the same thing again, but there was good preparation this time. Conspire was holding the angles, playing it slow, waiting for those aim battles to happen, but they weren't able to take down Sloya in mid. They weren't able to take down Mistem on long. They were able to get 1 or 2 off the back of the fact that ATK was pushing through B, but as soon as those trades came in and the aim battles were lost thereafter, suddenly Conspire started off great, ending poorly.
Yeah, it seems. I'm glad they were able to kind of wait there and understand that ATK has kind of been pushing a bit too far a lot of the rounds, but unfortunately, like you said, the mid round kind of fights they're not really winning, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, Conspire started off good, like I said. Beginning of the round was brilliantly played. ATK, they responded really well, but ultimately Conspire had a good tempo advantage there, even when the trades came through. The fact that they lost the aim battles, which put them in a bad situation, is pretty much the reason they lost the round.
100%.
So my question now is, do we see Conspire do the same thing? Because it started out well. They just need to brush up on that sort of midway through the round sort of play where they need to win those battles. They need to take down Mistem. They need to take down Sloya. Sloya's going to push mid again. Mistem's going to push long again. Well, he doesn't seem to be pushing long this time. He is pushing mid. There's the pick. Sloya goes down. Frozen able to take him down. That's exactly what we were waiting for.
Yeah.
Because
Mokia waiting back again, but it seems like that the big guys are kind of hesitant on pushing now, so we got them kind of chilling a little bit further back on B. We got Blaze, like, we haven't looking at Monster, but they seem to play
that boost is thick. It's going to reward him with a kill there. But the thing is, if ATK can do the same thing again and again and keep, you know, getting away with it, that becomes a problem. So it's good to see they've adapted a little bit, taken down Sloya when it matters. Blaze actually going to push through the smoke here. Might catch people out, but good spam through smoke. This is why you spam through smoke, ladies and gentlemen, because you don't know what's lurking in there. You don't know what. Yeah, sure, you threw the smoke, but somebody could be in there. You do a little bit of spam through any sort of smoke you see, you might be rewarded here. Rogues, oh, brilliant peek. They're going to take down Mistem, and that is a key player off the board for ATK. It's going to be a 4v3 in favor of Conspire. They have everything they need. They need to win the battles now. They need to get onto site. They need to make sure they play this one properly.
Okay, let's need to kill Fady for once, it'll be good.
Well, right now there's a bit of a rotate going through from Doru. Fady, oh, he's just playing that cheeky angle and is able to take down Frozen and gets a second. This is a problem. Fady can't be winning these if Conspire wants to get around. They're going to be able to take down Rogues as well. And now it's Moch who gets taken down from behind. That bit of a lurk play coming out from ATK going all the way around. But, I mean, Conspire, once again, great start. They started moving in. Everything was looking good. They had the man advantage. But then they just couldn't move on to site. Fady was there. He gets like 3 kills in bathroom.
The mid-round fight's just not going well.
So, yeah, that is sort of concerning there. A little bit concerning for Conspire. Obviously, they are trying desperately to shut down this momentum here built from ATK. But luckily, this is a best of 3, so there's always the potential for map 2 and potential map 3. But right now, obviously, you don't want to just give away a free map. You want to be able to do as much as possible. And there's going to be Moch taking down Blaze straight through the smoke with a great spam. Fady coming up here. Could be rewarded with 2. There's 1. The spray doesn't connect. But it's a 3v3 now. This is a good advantage. These are just pistols coming out from Conspire. They've done a lot of damage so far. But Doru and Fady are able to shut it down. Rogues only able to get 1. It's a 1v2. But with 20 HP, it's going to be difficult. Sloya and Fady, both terribly, terribly capable players. 44 HP is not going to mean much if the aim is there, and Sloya moving around could catch him out, and there it is. Easy shots connected. 10 rounds on the board for ATK against 3 for Conspire.
Yeah, like what I'm seeing from Conspire is they like rotate and they early picks and everything is just, it goes so well, but as soon as they start trying to fight like these people that are sitting kind of holding a site, they keep losing the fights every single time.
Yeah, ultimately, you know, you can say what you want about strats, you can say what you want about plays, but ultimately if you're not winning the battles, then you're not winning the battles. And that, you know, that is obviously important. You need to be winning certain battles, and that can be difficult. Ooh, that is an unfortunate smoke. It missed the flames there, but Doru, who can just take everyone down through the smoke? No, this can't be happening. This can't be happening. He was flashed, and he takes down 3. Three members of Conspire were not able to take down that one player who was flashed. That is concerning. That is concerning. That shows a little bit of a breakdown, maybe even in mental, because those players, every single player that just died there, is entirely capable of winning that fight. I mean, that everything is going for them. The flash is there. They know that person is there. They have the ability. I've seen these players. They have the ability to win those. No problem. The fact that they're losing that is concerning. They need to take attack timeout here. They need to start resetting their mental, because that's not a fight you should be losing right there.
Yeah, that's not what should be happening at any point in time. I think they might need to take another kind of tack here or some sort of pause just to kind of understand what they're going to be doing, because whatever they're doing right now is not working. I think they're panicking a bit and they're just trying to push through. Basically, that's their whole strat right now.
Yeah.
Push.
Yeah. Well, at the end of the day, we are heading into the last round of the half, so yeah, I guess they can just do whatever they can in this round and go into the next one with high hopes for performing a little bit better, and hopefully, of course, Conspire can pull out a better CT round. But right now, things are looking pretty difficult. You know, obviously, you want to go into the second half with as much as possible, and obviously, 3 rounds is not what you want. And Fady with that cheeky boost, gonna get it again. Slow, you're gonna take down Frozen. That's gonna mean Conspire in a 3v5, and that's not looking good if they want to take even another round. It might just be a 12 to 3.
Yeah, I'm feeling it's going to go the same way at this point. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the
Oh,
toss, to be
Slow,
honest.
yeah, what was that? What was that? It's almost as if he knew Moch gonna win the fight against Blaze, but this is looking pretty much unwinnable now. 22 HP against 4. Yeah, this is not gonna be easy if it is even possible.
I think at this point it's kind of a done game, but I guess we'll see. If
Oh, yeah, he's giving himself away. This should be easy. There it is.
Yeah.
12 to 3 is the end of the half. ATK winning that one out pretty concisely, pretty spicily. I don't even know what to say. Very clean, great game, and yeah, I think what Conspire need to do now is take a bit of a step back, refresh, replan, come into this one anew, because yeah, that half was very. It started out good. Very good. Conspire, obviously, they took the first one, they converted the second one, easy. They lost one, then they won one, and then they just lost every single one after that. And like you said, maybe it could be a little bit of nerves. Whatever the case is, they need to fix that as soon as they can, because they are far more capable than what we just saw out of them. You know, 3 players going down to a flashed player on short is not the cusp of the player's abilities, for sure.
Doing a really quick push up A here. We only got Moch on A, so we got to get these guys rotating really fast. They're going to lose the side really quickly here.
Yeah, Slow, you're going to push very quickly onto A. That's going to be Moch going down. Ivan needs to get something here. The spam through the smoke just can't find the player there. Slow, you're going to be moving down. This could catch them all out here. Rogue's going to go down. Headshot from Frozen's going to take down Fady. Frozen able to get Slow as well. So it's a 3v3. This is entirely possible, but Frozen needs to check this. Oh, he almost misses that one, but some good jiggling there is going to save his life. Blaze going to take down Ivan. Frozen takes down Blaze. Oh, sorry, Doru. Dagger takes down Blaze. It's a 1v2. Missed him, entirely capable of winning this. Yeah, they don't know where he is. But not only that, he has the potential to win this one. Finally, the headshot going to come out. That's what we need. That's what they needed to be able to take that. They need to win those aim battles, and that could be some good confidence boost. So Conspire are going to take a 4th round for themselves. It's 12 to 4, so things are looking very difficult. This is an uphill battle, but it's winnable. This is definitely possible. Conspire can still make this work, but they have to work, and they have to play almost perfectly going forward.
Yeah. Yeah, like you said, their CT half has to be basically 100% at this point. They have to not be over peaking, not losing like 1v2 aim duels, that kind of thing. They just gotta do all the things they need to do.
Well, right now they have the tools. They've got some upgraded pistols, all the SMGs, and of course they have the M4. So good stuff there. Obviously ATK, they've got Deagles and Tech 9s. With that Tech 9 buff, we've been seeing a lot more Tech 9s recently. So definitely not surprising to see those Tech 9s coming out there. They are headshot machines now that they've been buffed again. Oh, Ivan, he needs to win this one, and he does. He gets 1, almost 2. But at least there is the first that they needed. And that's going to slow down ATK's pace a little bit, especially with this util coming down. Going to discourage any pushes. Most of the ATK players are outside towards A, but the bomb is all the way back towards spawn. So ATK are looking for picks, waiting for something to happen before they make their move. 1 minute on the clock. as Blaze is a cheeky boost. We've seen a lot of cheeky boosts coming out from ATK, and they've usually worked pretty well in the past. Moch going to take down Doru. This is a good man advantage for Conspire there. Oh, Moch going to lose the battle. 2 missed him in bathrooms, but the SMG is not retrieved just yet. Frozen not able to win on long, but a good bit of damage is done. 4v3. See how this one plays out. Oh, there it is. Okay, Frozen gets Blaze and catches Missed him out. That's perfect. Perfect timing there. And now Sloye. Well, he needs to do something if he wants to do damage with this Tech 9 because it's a 1v4. He does retrieve the MP9, but it's a little bit of a consolation prize at this point. Conspire should be able to close this one out, and there it is. Yeah. So, very nice. Conspire take round 5, and yeah, this is what they needed. This is that reset. This is the ability to just sort of change or sort of compartmentalize your mind and say, all right, first half went badly, but we can still do, you know, we can still play this game. We're here for a reason. Both of these teams are incredibly, incredibly skilled and talented. So they just say, all right, first half, it went badly. We can still bring our best in the second half. And that's really what separates a lot of teams, a lot of the high-tier teams from a lot of the mid to low-tier teams, is that the other teams that are not high-tier often suffer from a lot of mental sort of breakdowns. As soon as they start losing, things start to disintegrate. And the ability of high-tier teams to sort of get that mental game strong, keep it going, a lot of it falls on the IGL, but a lot of it's just down to the fact that these players have really trained themselves mentally to be able to have that resilience. And that really, really helps. I mean, half of the game of Counter-Strike is mental.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. Like you said, as you get a bit higher in the tiers, like teams like Conspire, where they've kind of been up and down between First and Prem, their mental isn't probably not as great as ATK's would be, but it seems like they are honestly doing pretty well in terms of the fact that like when the sides switch over,
yeah,
they kind of reset their minds.
Oh,
so important.
Frozen there. Peeks bathrooms peeks long from bathrooms and then peeks towards connector. And gets 2. So that's Sloye and Doru being taken down. Fady going to take down Ivan. But Blaze actually going to take down Morgan. Fady takes another one. Conspire falling apart. Started off so good and then just didn't end the way they wanted to. It's going to be Dagger in a 1v3. Now the HP is low. He spots out a player. There goes Missed him. So it's Fady and Blaze now. But the position of Dagger is known. This is going to be everything. Dagger has to play this one pretty much to the T to be able to stop ATK. The bomb is going down. Fady watching the angle. This should be it. There it is. Almost goes the way. I mean, that was a lot of damage done to the planter, but yeah, it's going to be the 13th round there for ATK, but Conspire, they've gotten their momentum back. The mojo is there. They can keep this one going. Now, of course, that CT side economy is really going to come back to bite them, so they're probably going to have to save this one. But it's not over just yet. If ATK win this one, it's going to be 14-5. That still leaves room for a bye and a potential, you know, another couple of rounds. But is it likely? I don't know. Doesn't seem very likely at this point.
Yeah, honestly, at this point, I think that they're going to play literally on the 14-5 and just hope for the best. They're honestly going for a draw. Like at this point, I think they just want to go for a draw.
Yeah, overtime is obviously the goal. I mean, that is not a question. Overtime is definitely the goal at this point. You know, just considering all the factors of the game, but some good headshots coming through here with these USPs. Almost finding another one. Missed him. Almost goes down there. But
players watching the cross here, so I don't think they'll be able to get through. They're just kind of playing for exits here, I guess.
Yeah, so the bomb is down. They can't really do anything here, so they're trying to just get as much damage as possible. And that matters a lot. Damage is very important here because it can mean the difference between, you know, a win and a loss going into the next round. But we said in the beginning of this half, Conspire have to play perfectly. That didn't happen. They lost the previous round. They've had to save this one, right? CT side is very difficult when it comes to losses because obviously that economy is really going to come back to bite you.
Yeah.
So right now, Conspire, they actually have to play perfectly now. There's no room for error. They make one mistake, they lose. That's basically it. So from now on, the performance of Conspire will determine how this map goes because right now, ATK, they're almost closing this one out. It's very, very close to match point. They're on 14 rounds. They win this one, they almost have a guaranteed win.
Yeah, they've got to play some perfect CS. Oh. We'll see now, I guess. what ATK is doing this round. They're going for a straight B, it seems like. Straight smokes over.
Yeah.
Just
This is coming in very, very quickly here. They're basically just brute forcing this one because they know they know Conspire on the back foot here. So Rogues has to respond perfectly. There comes the first one. The spray transfer isn't there, but a little bit of damage is done. Blaze goes down as well. It's a 3v4. Conspire, they are with their best foot forward here. The bomb is trying to go down. Actually starts getting planted. Ivan, he spots it out. He does get taken down, but that's very, very good for Conspire. That's going to put them in a really great position. The bomb is dropped. Mistem takes a lot of damage. Frozen moving in. Moch going to be taking down Mistem, and that's Fady, last alive in a 1v3. He's going to rotate as quickly as he can. A little bit of spray actually going down. Doesn't find him, but
know exactly where he is now as well.
this is the start of the perfect play. If Conspire can keep this up for the next couple of rounds, they have the potential to bring this back to overtime. But like we said, it has to be perfect. If they lose another player here to Fady, it's going to be difficult to keep that up.
Yeah, Frozen's really gonna have to watch himself here and not let himself get caught off guard by Fady here. Fady's just kind of waiting, taking some time here to push up. Frozen's really aggressively pushed up long, so Fady can actually get onto the side here and might even be able to plant, to be honest.
Yeah, Frozen.
We got walks.
Oh, perfect timing. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Actually played that one very, very smartly. He actually pushed up far into long because he knew he didn't have to hold it from sight.
Yeah, just to get his back.
And just that decision alone saved his life, because if he had been back towards side, he would have been found out, and then obviously it's just down to the aim battles. But pushing forward there sort of gives him cover if somebody was pushing onto side, and then the fact that he retreats and then turns around gives him the perfect timing. He spots the player out, takes him down. So that's going to be 6 on the board for Conspire, but that perfect game has to continue right now. They have to keep doing everything right in order to get themselves back into this one and try and play for potential overtime. And, well, that's going to determine, well, how they play is going to determine if that happens or not. A little bit of damage going down onto Fady as ATK make their way towards B once again. A bit of aggression coming out from Frozen.
Yeah, Frozen pushed up. They know that they have to know it's a B by now. Got the guys pushing in. Got bomb. Bomb is still quite far back, so they're gonna have to wait.
Yeah, lots of damage going down. That's gonna be slow your dagger. Oh, brilliant spray transfer. Gonna jump through the flames to escape. Missed him. Last left alive. That's literally the perfect round there from Conspire. They're keeping up the pace. They know they have to play to their absolute best, and that is what we're seeing here. We are seeing them recover from a little bit of a slump. But is it too little too late? We will see. If they can keep this up, they still have the potential. They have got a long way to go, but it's doable.
You see, Mr. Tamir is kind of just waiting, I guess. Waiting for someone to make a mistake, waiting for someone to over-aggress, that kind of thing.
Yeah, right now, if you're ATK, the sort of goal here is not actually to win a round. The goal is to do as much damage as possible, because as soon as you do damage to Conspire, their defense becomes shaky. And as soon as that happens, you get the free win. So you're not playing to win, you're playing to damage to win, if that makes sense. You're sort of playing for a proxy win. You don't want to win a round, you want to get enough damage done so that you can win a round. And there it is. Mistem goes down, so Conspire keeping up the pace, very nice. But just going back to that, it's a sort of case of a lot of players or a lot of teams will sort of go for a win and try and brute force their way into a win. And honestly, CS is a far more layered game than that. You can do damage to a team, and that actually means a lot more than people realize. And just that, and this is a great example right here, because if Conspire lose a lot of players and their economy is damaged, ATK, they don't need to take even fights. In this round, if ATK were to buy up, they would have to take even fights, even aim battles. And you don't want to take those even fights. You want to make it as easy for yourself as possible. Do the damage, then make the next round easy. In any case, Slow, you're going to go down, and Fady going to get a trade there. Ooh, Mistem coming in there, doing a lot of damage. These pistols are absolutely disgusting. Going to be doing a lot of damage there. Mistem upgrades to an AK. It's a 1v2, but that is the damage that we were talking about. That's a lot of damage taken by Conspire.
They're also going to be struggling a lot now, because they're off their loss bonus, obviously. So they're only getting, what, 1,400 next round. So a lot of people aren't being able to buy.
Yeah.
They're going to have to kind of...
They could potentially force. They could potentially force, but that is the damage that ATK needed. That's exactly what they needed. Mistem is going to go down. But that's 3 players off the board. That's a lot of economy damage done.
Yeah.
Which means that Conspire need to decide how they want to approach this. Obviously, forcing up is probably the best option. They want to force into this round and just keep their defense as strong as possible. Because they know ATK are obviously going to be buying into this one. And that means that you can't play back. You can't play safe. You can't play, save. If you lose a round, they are on match point. And that's not a good spot to be in. The fact that they only have 14 right now, still 14, gives you the chance. So they need to keep this up. Conspire need to continue playing as perfectly as possible. They had enough economy for that one loss, or for the damage done, but they don't have enough for a loss.
Yeah.
So Ivan gonna get taken down. Great shot there coming out from ATK as they start to make their way in towards A. Ooh, Fady doing a lot of damage, and this might be it. This might be it. It's Rogues 1v5.
Now as well, unfortunately. So he gets a frag, but the fact that they're already pushed on B and the bomb's going down, there's not much chance here for him. They're just gonna have to save that AK. Hopefully they'll be able to buy in kind of AK the next round. They won't be able to buy all the rifles, but might be able to get an all-part store.
Yeah.
See what happens.
So right now the economy is really not in Conspire's favor, especially considering they won the last couple of rounds. Losing this round is pretty much the devastating outcome that we've been talking about for quite a while. And the fact that they're in this position now means they have to force or play for a mega mind play. They buy some pistols, maybe do a bit of an eco, and then they play as weirdly as possible to try and catch ATK out and maybe take a sneaky win to keep the money going. So it looks like they're going to pick up 2 M4s and upgrade to Deagles. And this is their last stand. If ATK win this one, they take map 1 and we move on to map 2. But this is a great showing coming out here from Conspire. We've seen some great plays. It would be nice if we'd seen it a bit earlier, but it is what it is. They're going to get some good frags and good damage done actually immediately.
A lot of people off guard, yeah.
Yo, Mr. not prepared for it. He is able to adjust. Oh, very unfortunate. Gets caught out, but it's a 2v2. And the health advantage is in the favor of Conspire. Now we're going to see an M4 and an AK for Conspire, which means they have the potential to win this one. But that means that they're going to have to respond to this play almost word for word, textbook sort of style right now. They need to play this one perfectly. And there is the start. Ivan plays it perfectly, taking down Mr. NiBBLE. And that's the ticket. Conspire have a chance. That's the ticket. Conspire have a chance. It's small, it's tiny, but it is there.
Yeah.
And I mean,
a little bit better into this run too.
We've seen bigger comebacks before.
Yeah.
But not much. This has been quite the comeback.
Yeah, even though there's only 6 rounds that have been kind of put on Conspire's side, like they've been fighting so hard on this half. It's actually incredible to see. They've really been putting their absolute everything into this half.
Yeah, and it's great to see. It's amazing to see the level of competition coming out from the players today. It's some really, really great tier CS there. Dagger going to be peeking onto Sloya, gets a little bit of damage, but doesn't find anything just yet. The players from ATK, they are there towards the B site, setting up, waiting to get in there. It is on to Conspire to respond as best they can to the coming onslaught. We're waiting for that execution to come down, and actually we're just going to start it immediately. ATK caught off guard. They have to push a little bit more early than they wanted to. They are able to get the frags though. It is a 3v3. Things are happening quickly.
Fire side as well. Seems like we can take it out. Rogue's still sitting in the little corner behind side, but
oh, he gets spotted out as well. This is the end, I think. Frozen 1v3. The damage is done, so at least players on low HP, but this is a big ask for Frozen. A huge tall order that I'm not sure is even possible at this point. He has to land every shot, and it's not going to happen. Actually, he finds Doru, but 11 HP is not going to give him much to work with. Oh, is he going to find... Oh, he's not. It is going to be Fady. ATK close it out 16-8, I believe. That is 9. So that's going to be one map going the way of ATK. We're going to be moving to a map 2 very shortly, so do not go anywhere. I'm sitting on the edge of my chair. I just want to go straight into it, but we will get there very, very shortly. Wow, that was a spicy map 1. Not gonna lie.
Very excited to see.
Alrighty, guys, welcome back. I hope you've been sitting nicely waiting for stuff to go down, because we're about to get back into map 2, which is going to be Nuke. Conspire versus ATK. Map 1 was insane. We saw some amazing stuff coming out from both of the teams. Really, really great to see. I'm hoping we see that continue here. Yes.
Sorry, my mic wasn't working for a sec there, my bad.
Alright,
Okay,
well,
so-
yeah.
Yeah, we're into the game.
We're into the game. Sorry that it took so long. I apologize that we missed a bit of that. It happened a little bit quickly, but in any case, Doru and Moch are going to be down as Fady takes down Frozen. As we just get into Nuke, stuff goes crazy. Conspire on the back foot. They get the bomb down, which is good for economy, but yeah, and not much else. Unless Dagger is going to be hitting headshots like that, then, I mean, do whatever you like, right? A little bit of a bait, but they don't have a kit, so it's going to be difficult here. Ooh, Ivan going to get taken down, and Mistim just going to clean it up.
Running in, dude. Steamrolling them, basically.
Yeah. Should have enough time for this, yeah. Should be enough time here. They do have a kit if needed, but I think they've got it. So that's going to be round 1 going the way of ATK.
Yeah, that was quite a, it seemed like NiBBLE, Conspire went straight in there and tried to go down the vents. They got hit a bit there. I think one of them went down before they even got into the vents. And then it kind of fell apart from there. They were all like really low HP after getting spammed at so much.
Yeah, well, I'm curious to see how this map unfolds, because we've seen some great performance coming out from both teams. They've showed that they're completely capable. Obviously, ATK, they took map 1, but Conspire, they need to take this map if they want to go to a map 3 and a chance of winning it. So they're going to be super motivated to do their best, and we'll see if that gets them anywhere. So Rogue's going to be finding the head of Mistim. Takes down Dagger in response as Doru peeks out there towards Long and takes him down outside. It's a 3v4, but the Deagles have done some good damage.
Rogue's definitely way up Fady here, but doesn't get the chance because Blaze pushed up just as Fady was pushing up behind. Didn't know where to look. They got crossfire very easily there.
Yeah, and Ivan's going to have to do something crazy then. That can't happen as the FAMAS is there to shut that down. So it's going to be ATK converting the second round, but you'll notice Conspire did a lot of damage with those pistols, which is supremely useful, especially against the CTs. Obviously, CT economy is a little bit more difficult, so it's a good thing that you get all that damage in for Conspire. Obviously, they want to win this one, so they've got to get in everything they can, and just based on, you know, sort of normal CS happenings, the people who win round 1 usually win round 2, just based on the fact that they can buy up, and the fact that, you know, ATK had to spend so much doing it is a good sign for Conspire at least. So they are able to pick up their their AKs. They are able to pick up their AKs, and yeah, let's see if they can get the damage done. A little bit of spam coming through the wall there. These walls are very spammable. Nuke is just a spammable map.
They're going out. They're going for an outside push here, but it seems Dora's gone down. He's sitting right in secret, just waiting for him to push up. He's got a lot of information now as well. Molly down there. Dora has to push back, but they're already outside, and now they are aware of Dora, unfortunately. But what are they going to do now? Are they still going to push down?
Well,
Seems like they're going back.
I'll be very interested. It's going to be Moch taking down Mistim, Blaze.
Oh,
Blaze going to be taking down Moch and Ivan there. And Fady just there to capitalize on the rest of the players trying to push in their great headshot, but it doesn't matter because Sloya is there to take round 3 for ATK. Very, very nicely played there. Nice and clean from ATK. They did lose a couple. Conspire doing some good damage there. But not being able to convert that round is going to be very, very annoying because it means they're going to have to save once again. They're going to pick some Deagles up there to do some damage again. But they really need to get as much as possible out of this round now, because if they let ATK win another one, things are going to start steamrolling in favor of ATK, and that's never a good sign if you want to win map 2.
Like they're all just chilling. Yeah, they're chilling on.
Oh, that is so unfortunate there.
Right now.
Missed him, just getting all the heads. He finds one, he finds two, and that's going to be Conspire on the back foot with Deagles. 3v5, not going to be the best spot to be in. especially with that spam coming through. A good little peek there from Dagger is able to get past the spam, but ultimately it's not going to result in much. Fady getting the headshot, getting a second, does get traded out, but Frozen is now last left alive. He doesn't have an M4, and he is able...
Expect Doro to come out there either.
Yeah, Doro able to take down Frozen there. 4 rounds for ATK, and now, if you take a look, Conspire, they are on maximum loss bonus here on the T side. Now, you want to be getting in as many rounds as possible on this side, just to get yourself a really strong start to a second half. Obviously, CT side is a little bit more difficult to manage economy-wise, so it can be a little bit more shaky if you lose your rounds or if you're going even. So you want to get as many rounds as possible on the T side. So Conspire, they really need to find a way to get back into this one and grab as much as they can before they go into the second half. So yeah, let's see if they can do that. Obviously, TAC timeout coming out to do some planning.
Yeah, I wonder what they're going to do. Yeah, I'm glad that they took the TAC when they actually have the money for the TAC. I wonder if they're going to bring out an AWP here. Frozen seems to be doing a lot of the AWPing for them, but I think an AWP would actually be a really good thing, yeah, for how everyone's playing at the moment, but I guess we'll see now.
Yeah, so I guess the tactical timeout will be a great way to decide if you want to pick that AWP up or not. It is possible, as you can see, Frozen on that 61, but yeah, it is going to have to be utilized to perfection to justify its use. Obviously, you want to get as much damage with it as possible. It can be utilized pretty nicely towards the outside area, especially now that they know Mistim plays a little bit aggressively there. They could potentially use it to take him out early or go for some sort of a pick towards that outside area. But if that doesn't come through, and if you don't get any value out of the AWP, it is really going to hurt your pockets.
I see the AK coming out there.
Yeah, so it is the AK coming out instead. Pretty standard AKs all across the board as they try to do something with them. We'll see how they approach it. Sloye going to be doing some spam through the smoke. Doesn't find anything just yet. Doesn't actually complete the spam. Does actually jump down through the hatch as well, so potentially thinking that somebody could have rotated through. Doro going to be playing with a shotgun towards Dagger. Is going to take him down as well. That shotgun is devastating at mid to close range. Mistim playing outside here once again is able to hold this area down with nothing but an AK. The spam going back and forth between the teams, but nothing is found. There it is. Moch going to find Mistim. Oh, and a beautiful headshot onto Sloye. Very nice. It's going to be 3 against 4 now. Conspire have the best foot forward, but we've seen Conspire lose these, so they need to be aware of that. They need to play this one pretty much as best they possibly can. If they lose this, it will be devastating. Really, it will.
They definitely have to be going for this A now. Yeah, they're waiting. Blaze is in A. They get 2 frags, unfortunately. Frozen onto Fady. Now they have to worry about Blaze pushing into the flash.
Oh.
Blaze drops down. Oh.
Oh, Frozen gonna find it.
Now it's a 1v1.
Blaze, it is a 1v1, but it's 26 HP on Frozen. That's not gonna be a position you want to be in, especially considering what just happened there. I was about to say, especially considering the fact that they know where you are, but the flames spread. The flames spread. That is going to be ATK picking up round 5 for themselves off the back of a sneaky little bit of flames.
I don't know what to say, dude. I'm actually tilted.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. That is definitely not a great feeling.
Not what they wanted. They had the 1v1 there.
Not a great feeling at all. Very quick movements out here towards the A site, potentially jumping down the vents. Moving here with their pistols upgraded and absolutely running in as fast as possible. They're able to get 1, but actually they're able to get 2 as well. It's going to be Conspire, just pistols! 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 They started on pistols. Blaze is able to take down Frozen. That is the AWP gone. The bomb is planted. Moch is here with the grenade, but actually Blaze is very, very close. There it is. Moch grabs the shot. It is going to be Conspire with their first round on the board here on map 2. Nuke. Whew, wow, I don't know.
And Eco as well. That was quite. I think they realized what ATK have been doing is they haven't really been playing people at all to ramp side. Fady was like going in between Hull and ramp there, and they just caught him off and were able to push down really quickly and get the advantage on the side pretty damn quickly.
Yeah, yeah. And, I mean, it's not ZACS if you're not winning with pistols. And there it is. Pistols win for Conspire. It is going to be ATK who have the pistols this time around and a little bit of shotguns. So they need to be prepared, and Rogues finds a beautiful headshot onto Fady. That's going to take one of the shotguns off the board. Blaze still has the auto shotty there, but that's a lot of firepower already taken off the board for ATK. Sloya moving up here close with the deagle. He finds a head, but it's traded out immediately. 4 against 3 here, and once again the pistols are doing some decent damage.
Two guys picking up from secret here, maybe they'll be able to get a frag here as well. Caught out Frozen, they only know 1, so I'm not quite sure what they're gonna do. They're both
Frozen,
taking little pot shots.
Yeah, just not looking in the right direction. They're trying to throw some nades or something, and well, Conspire, Rogues is going to push down, take down Doru, and now it's Mistim and Blaze, and Mistim is spotted and taken down. Now it's onto Blaze with the auto shotty. Make that an 8k. 3 against 1, but I mean, look at this. 36 HP, 33 HP, 42 HP. This is doable. 1 or 2 shots from the AK is definitely enough. Blaze has the AK. Now it is a question of, can they keep this one down? Can they lock it down? Or is Blaze going to clutch it? He might just save here, actually. And we'll see what he decides to do, because right now you can see loss bonus for Conspire is there, but Blaze, he's just going for it. He knows he can win this one. Dagger goes down. Now it's a 1v2, and he can definitely take this one down, but Frozen, looking in the right direction, takes him down nice and quick. 2 rounds on the board for Conspire, and they are looking to take themselves back into this one, grab themselves as much as they can. They do not want to go down and out, and they have put up such a brilliant fight, especially there on map 1. They cannot afford to go down here on map 2. We need a map 3, and they are looking to give it to us. Ooh, shotguns coming out for ATK once again.
What do you think? Where do you think they're gonna play them? Going on to A.
Honestly, I think they're just gonna go and run as fast as they can to get those shotties in place. But Dagger and Frozen, they don't care how fast you run because the shots are in. Run as fast as you can. But if the AWP's looking in the direction, you're basically dead. So, what else can you say? Great shots coming out there from Conspire. They don't lose a single player. It's a perfect round. 3 rounds on the board now, and Conspire are looking to get that momentum. They've got a snowball building right here, and they are looking to keep it going. Now, of course, ATK, they're able to buy into this one. They can pick themselves up some M4s and an AWP, and for Mars, and they're able to get themselves that utility there. Now, they did sacrifice a little bit on Mistim. He doesn't have any helmet or armor and no util, but he does have the AWP. It's a little bit of a glass cannon, but it can certainly work if he manages to find the shots.
Yeah, Mistim getting a bit of an outside here, just honestly looking for like a quick pick and out kind of thing at this point. Frozen getting the first frag on the Fady done on Ramp. Ramp is completely open now, so they can have some guys pushing down there. I'm sure they're still aware of the fact that they're only playing 1 on ramp, so hopefully they'll take a bit of an advantage there.
Yeah, we will see if that happens. Now, they have gotten that first pick, like you say. We need to see if they get that advantage. They are playing it very slowly, trying to give that respect over to ATK, a very capable team, and they know they can't disrespect. They need to make sure their bases are covered. That is what they're attempting to do here. So as they move out, the angles are watched. Moch going to be tossing that nade, should be doing the damage. There it is. Kobe right there over onto Mistim. That's going to be 5v3 as Conspire are looking to get stuff done. Now Dagger is going to get taken down. Blaze on 19 HP, but it's still a 4v3, and NiBBLE, well, they can make this happen.
Yeah, they seem to have hesitated a bit there because they were aware of the rotations. Blaze back on top of Hut now. They got Slowy in the window room, and Door kind of sneaking up secret here.
Yeah, a little bit of indecisiveness.
Yeah, I don't really know what they're doing. Maybe they're just trying to play it slow to see how the rotates are, but I'm not quite sure.
Well,
Pushing through smokes now.
they didn't want to brute force the ramp, and they are moving on towards A. Now, I'm not sure why that is, and that's a lot of damage done by Doru. It's going to be a 2v2, which is not a position you want to be in, so the decision by Conspire may be a costly one. They are able to go here and get this bomb down at least, but now the positions of their entire team is pretty much known at this stage. They know they've planted here on A. Slowly are going to be moving up. And of course, Doru going to be there in heaven. And there goes the first Slowly able to get one. Doru able to get the next. And there it is. ATK close it out. And what should have been, what should have been a Conspire round, it just doesn't end up that way. And I'm very interested to find out why they decided not to push ramp. Maybe they were scared of the quick rotates or something.
Yeah, I
but
think they were scared of the rotates because there was already two guys sitting on B side. Maybe they were aware of that, but the way they pushed out onto A wasn't really like constructed.
It seemed a little.
Left, but I mean,
it seemed a little like almost reluctant, like that was the last option. But
they were hesitating a lot.
Yeah.
They should have just committed, unfortunately. Even if there were two people on any side, they just if they committed, they would have been.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, it's like you get the frags, you've got the momentum, you can run in with as many players as possible, and you'll most likely have a man advantage. You can play for the trades and get into the site. So, yeah, the interesting decision there, and it is going to result in ATK taking that round 6. It is going to be 6-3 now in favor of ATK, but Conspire looking to keep something going here and get as much damage done. Try and get something done, but Fady, he's going to take down Frozen. That's going to shut down. Yeah. Oh, brilliant headshot there by Dagger. He's going to be able to take down Fady. So good damage done on both sides, but the question is, how does Conspire move forward now? Oh, Ivan.
Through the smoke there, but we got Doro on the outside there. Ivan not aware of him, takes him down. Doro in mouth here. They're gonna get a nice little. They realize soon. Hey, there we go.
Oh,
1v1.
Slowly 15 HP, but he has an AWP. Or not?
Nah.
He has an AK. Alright, 15 HP, he has an AK. The bomb's gonna go down on B. We'll see how Moch plays this one, because he can still lose. The one headshot with an AK is enough to take him down, so if the heads are there, then, you know, it can easily go the way of ATK. So this is not done and dusted just yet, but it depends on how these players play right now.
So you could have definitely heard him jumping up onto the railing there as well.
Not to mention he has to make a noise to get it out. Oh, the head is spotted. Moch knows exactly where he is. Is he going to peek this one? He doesn't have to. Oh, he repositions. Oh!
That was way too close of a fight, but I'm so glad. That,
that was way too close for comfort. I was pretty much just waiting to see what happened there. Jiggle after jiggle, but ultimately Conspire pick themselves up that round 4 and make it a little bit easier on themselves. Now, economy-wise, ATK are going to have to save this one. They don't really have much of a choice. So they're going to have to try and do damage with these pistols. They've upgraded to some Deagles to try and get that damage done. But against AKs, it's quite a tall order. They need to play very, very spicy here if they want to win. And I mean, we've seen it happen before. We've seen the pistols do some insane work. So this could still happen.
Secret play here. It seems like just going straight down. Fady kind of rotating through to the bottom of secret, waiting for him to come down. We've got two guys coming down the vents now. There are going to be a couple of guys waiting for Conspire here.
It was actually a pretty good decision to move towards secret there, because obviously you want to spam through the smoke when the smoke goes down, and with Deagles you can't really spam through the smoke. So it is a good movement there coming out from them. Oh, the headshots coming through. That's everything they needed. It's free AKs. It's a swing. It's a kill. It's going to be a 2v2. Make that a 1v2 as Doru tries to rotate in. That could have gone horribly wrong, and it almost did. That's 3 players down on the side of Conspire. Doru is going to be able to upgrade to an AK here as he comes through, I think. No, he's going to have the Deagle still as he decides to go through. He has to land the shots. There's the first.
Definitely possible for Doru. This guy is an absolute aim god. Let's see what happens here.
Oh, good use of util here by Dagger. He knows that he can use it. He has to get this. There it is. He takes down Doru. 5 rounds on the board for Conspire. It's going to be 6-5 as Conspire look to clap back in an insane way. They've done some really good stuff here. It is so close, I don't even know what to say now. Of course, ATK, they're going to be able to buy up into this one, and Conspire are the same, but they have an AWP on the hands of Sloya. And, well, now we're just waiting to see how this one plays out. We've seen back and forth all match. Let's see who takes the lead on this one.
Yeah, Conspire going for another outside play here. They got 2 guys in lobby this time, but they, I guess, I don't actually know what they're doing. They're kind of throwing the same kind of smokes, but not really going for anything. Kind of waiting for ATK to push up too far here, it seems.
Yeah.
Really slow.
Maybe waiting for a couple of picks there to try and decide where to go. Obviously, sometimes you don't want to go too fast. Maybe slow down a little bit. Get some picks before you decide. But, I mean, we saw Conspire get picks before and then just decide the very wrong decision. So hopefully this time around it's not that. Util's going to come down, which is going to allow them to move out very quickly. Dagger is very much aware. He checks his corners, which is very good. They come through. But they're not dropping down. They're going straight onto A side. Sloya pushes through the smoke with the AWP. He gets 2. What is this, Kenny S or what? It's going to be Ivan left alive.
Pushing through behind as well. Ivan's not in a good position. He needs to get a frag now. He needs to kill at least one of them to not get crossfired by them right now.
Oh, that was just insane stuff. Sloya pretty much single-handedly winning that one for ATK.
Completely.
Because Conspire was doing pretty much everything right, and suddenly pseudo Kenny S just jumps out the smoke and gets 3. Oh man, I don't even know. It is gonna be.
Rounds are intense, man.
They really are. I'm super happy that we get to witness this firsthand, because this is an insane match right here. Conspire, they're going to pick up a single AK and some deagles to try and get themselves into this one against a shotgun on the hands of Doru. Sloya going to be taking down Dagger almost immediately. AK will be retrieved. Wisdom is going to be here. He's going to get the first. Doru gets the shotty onto Ivan. Now, Fady watching out here. Low is...
gets to kill through this wall. I'm going to scream. Okay, we're good.
Oh, it's going to be Wisdom with the headshots.
Winning that round, just tapping everyone as it comes on.
Yeah, absolutely insane performance here from pretty much everyone across the board. We've seen some insane plays. I mean, this is entertaining CS right here. All right, so we're going to be seeing Sloya with that AWP once again. Certainly proven himself on it. Yeah, the MAC-10 can definitely be utilized in this map. Definitely. It's one of those...
Quarters, especially when going down secret and stuff like
it's one of those maps that definitely lends itself to the MAC-10. You can definitely do some damage there. Good spray through the smoke, going to take a little bit of damage onto Mistum. A good nade coming through to do something. But now we're waiting to see how this plays out. The T's are going to be making their way towards outside. The MAC-10 not going to do anything. He's going to get taken down by a Sloya AWP spray through the smoke. Now we're waiting. Man advantage to no one as Sloya gets taken down. Mistum in the perfect position to take down Ivan. Does get traded out by Moch, but it's a 3v3 and everything is just neck and neck once again. This has been the whole journey from start to finish. Somebody needs to come out ahead here. It's going to be 3 AKs versus 2 AKs and an M4 as the CTs look for those Ts. Ts making their way towards B, towards that ramp. Yeah, he could catch them out, but instead he gets caught out himself, not prepared for them to be all the way down towards the ramp. Now they should be able to get the bomb down here. Ooh, good pre-fire there. I like it a lot. And Dagger actually losing that trade, or losing the fight against Doru, should I say. It's a 2v2, but his position is known. Mock gonna peek it out. Headshot. Perfectly done. And now they wait for Blaze, who is moving down ramp. He needs to find the heads immediately if he is to win this one. Oh, he does spot out one player, looking for the second. He doesn't know where they are. Has to play. Can't do it. Blaze gonna go down as NiBBLE take their 6th round there. Conspire doing some good work. It's 8-6. Still in favor of ATK, but some good work being done from both sides. I mean, the level of CS that I'm seeing today is really commendable. These teams are Really, really top tier right here, and I honestly can't say. ATK, they are in the lead, but Conspire could just as easily take this one if they make it all the way, and they could take us to a map 3. And honestly, I want to see a map 3. 3 maps of this great Counter-Strike. Let's do it.
I hope so. At this point, last round.
Oh, trades coming through. It's gonna leave Conspire on the back foot, but they are able to even things out. Trades are good though, so it is going to be 3-2. But Blaze, they have the bomb. This is going to be devastating. Conspire not able to retrieve it. They have to play for the frag somehow. Oh, great spam through the smoke, but it could come back to bite them. Headshots coming through onto Blaze. Nuke is spammable. What can I say? Flashes and smokes coming out to mask the push, but they don't actually push. They're waiting for something to go their way. There's still a bit of spam going through there, but nothing found just yet. It's still a 2v3, but no one is going down. Frozen actually tossing away the AK for whatever reason. Oh, there it is. Rogues gonna take down Sloya, and now it's a 2v2, and this is definitely possible. A pop flash coming in, but not gonna find anyone. It's gonna be Mr. and Blaze waiting here towards Hut and just above to try and make the rest of this match happen.
In, yeah, from the back as well. He might be able to get a really good. See the doors closed, but he might be able to push through Hut here and actually get a frag. Blaze.
Oh, checking the corners, checking the corners. There it is. Perfect push. Brilliantly played from Conspire. I honestly, every other team, 9 teams out of 10 there, would have folded in that situation, but they just played it absolutely brilliantly, and they're able to get it. It's going to be 8-7 now, a brilliant half if I've ever seen one. Conspire on 7, ATK on 8 as we move into the second half, and honestly, I don't know what to say. I need to see the next 2 or 3 rounds to determine where the tilt is going to be at this point, because right now things are so even that I cannot say who is looking in the advantageous position here. Right, ATK moving very swiftly there. Going to be getting a lot of damage done. The pistols find the heads.
Blaze getting 3 kills there as well.
Yeah. And it looks like Frozen actually just dies. Not sure what happened there. Might have jumped and actually... Yeah, I think he jumped and died there. That's unfortunate. Rogue's going to find a head, but I don't think he's long for this world. He needs to find 2 more heads if he is to win this one, and I'm not sure how possible that is right now. Rogues is spotted out, does a bit of damage, but ultimately that's it.
But yeah, couldn't kill them. Yeah, I think Frozen did just fall off and die.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. Alright, so it's going to be the first pistol round, or the second pistol round. It's going to be the pistol round of the second half there. Won by ATK, 9-7 now. And they're able to upgrade themselves to an AK and some Mac 10s. On the other side, though, Conspire picking up some pistols could be an edge that they need to win this, but their economy is going to look shaky if they lose.
Yeah, I think they definitely have a chance here, just especially with all the close angles that you have on this map. If ATK decide to push onto A, they're going to have a bit of a rough time, but it seems like they're going to go down secret here. Hopefully the rotate from Conspire will be quick enough for them to catch them off guard.
Fady, they're just sitting in a bit of a cheeky angle there, and Vence gonna catch up Frozen. Now already on the back foot, Conspire need to make something happen, and there comes the head, but the refrag is good. Missed him coming out there. Fady pushing out as well, and now it's a 2v4. Conspire trying to get as much damage done with the pistols as possible. Very commendable. They have a lot of work to do to keep that alive, and Doru just going to be yeeting through the doors, taking down Dagger. Moch with 21 HP, not going to be able to do anything here. This should be guaranteed for ATK, guaranteed round 10 as we move into the rest of the second half there. Great headshot from Mistum, going to confirm it, and there it is. 10 rounds for ATK.
To go, yeah.
Looks like Conspire, they will have to save this one again. Of course, CT side economy, a little bit of a difficult one to manage. So they're going to save again, pick up a couple of pieces of util and maybe some upgraded pistols. But ultimately, they're against a full stack of Mac 10s and an AK.
Yeah, I feel like this round probably pretty much going to go the same as the last round, but hopefully they'll at least be able to get a pick or two.
Yeah.
This push onto A is really aggressive. Unfortunately, no picks from Conspire. Moch getting a pick.
Yeah, a little bit of damage done at least.
Yeah.
Mac 10's spray control by Sloya going to be good. Now it's Rogues with a USP and hopefully a head. Can't really find it there. It is going to be closed out by Sloya. He decides to pull out the pistol and upgrade his own for that USP. And 11 rounds for ATK now as they look to try and close this map out.
I see a buy coming in here from Conspire now. Hopefully this
Yep,
round will...
has to be.
Yep, there's a orb from Frozen. I assume he'll play outside of that, otherwise probably ramp, but I'm keen to see what this orb's gonna do.
Conspire have no choice. They have to buy into this one. You know, they have to shut down ATK. They can't let them keep running away with this. They're going to pick up the M4s. They're going to pick up the glass cannon there. No helmet on Frozen. Sorry. Very quick movements here from ATK down Secret. They're going to be moving as quickly as can be. They still have those Mac 10s and they're touting them. They're utilizing that full potential. Dagger going to get a great spray. Ooh. It is a 1-for-1, but right now a little bit of chaos because Conspire, they weren't ready for it, and now they're going to have to make their way towards B as soon as they can to try and stop this plant from coming in. Alright, Moch going to go down. It's a 3v4. The bomb is planted. The guns are switched. Missed him on 12 HP, going to take the Mac 10 instead. And now our Rogues, Dagger and Frozen have to make something happen. Dagger's going to find the first head. Very good. It's a 3v3, but the bomb is ticking away. Time not working for them, and this is just devastating. Blaze pushes straight through the smoke and slowly catches out Dagger, and that is going to be the 12th round on the board for ATK, and just so unfortunate for Conspire. They were absolutely not prepared for that push, and they just lined up perfectly there, and ATK was able to capitalize.
Well, the board's coming out here from Conspire. There's the countdown.
Yeah, pause coming out there. Not too sure what that is for, but we will see momentarily. It might just be a technical difficulty, but right now, if you look at the players cash wise, you can see ATK. They're sitting on a fat stack of cash right now. They can pretty much sit quite happily for a very long period of time. You know, this is good for at least 2 or so buys, and that means that Conspire have quite a tall order ahead of them. They need to win a number of rounds back to back to shut down the economy of ATK. That's not an easy task, especially considering that these teams have been back and forth for quite a while. And obviously now Conspire, the fact that they've lost a round is going to put them in a very weird situation economic-wise. They're going to have to plan their buys out very, very smartly here. And it looks like they might only upgrade their pistols. And that's going to mean that it's going to be difficult to take ATK down. Right now, Conspire have 1 run. It may not seem like that, but we're on 12 rounds for ATK. Chances are Conspire are going to lose this one, just based on the fact that they don't have any armor, they don't have any util, and they don't have any guns. So let's just say, theoretically, Conspire loses one. That's going to be 13 rounds for ATK. That's going to mean that something has to happen for Conspire to win this one. And ooh, there's some brilliant shots there. That's a lot of damage done. Conspire trying to get as much damage as possible, which is exactly what I was about to talk about, because they need to get as much damage as possible to start shutting down the economy of ATK, which is going to be important if they want to win rounds. And there it is. Ivan gets a headshot onto Fady. Sloya left alive. This is totally doable, and if Conspire win this one, they're going to be sitting really, really good. Positions are known. It's AK versus AK, and actually... oh, this is going to be an aim battle of the century right now. Somebody has to make a mistake, and is Sloya going to check the angle? Oh, the shoulder! The shoulder, and that all comes down to perspectives. The closer you are to your cover, the more the more will show that you don't know about. So your shoulder peeks out if you're close to the cover that your enemy will see. It's always the best to try and peek cover as far back as possible, because you expose as little of your body as possible. If you peek close to cover, they see you before you see them. That is pretty much the only reason that Conspire was able to win that 1v1 there. They're going to take round 8, and that's exactly the round they needed. They're going to be able to buy into this one, and now ATK, they're only on maybe a 1-buy economy right now. So if they lose this one, they can buy into another one, and they might be able to buy into another one after that, but then they're going to have to start thinking about their economy. So right now, Conspire, they've got their good foot forward. But that needs to continue. That snowball needs to continue, and that's not going to happen. Dora are going to take down Moch. It's a 3v4 as ATK make their way towards B to get that bomb down. The plant is good, and Mistem is better. Frozen gets taken down, and now it's onto Yvonne and Dagger, and there's not much they can do. Unless you spray through smoke and get slow like that, then there is something you can do, and Yvonne takes down Mistem as well. It's a 2v2.
I think it's definitely possible if Conspire to take this back, but they're gonna have to play it really, really well.
Oh,
Dagger.
Dagger.
Doro on ramp. Fady is sitting up on the railing here. They have no clue where he is. Take out Dagger.
Conspire didn't win this one, but you know what they got? They got a lot of damage done. If they can keep this up, they still have a chance, but they don't have much room to work with. 13 rounds on ATK means that right now, Conspire need to win. They need to win badly, because if they lose this one, then the chances of coming back become less and less. We are moving very close to match point. ATK is very, very close. And that's why you're going to see Conspire picking up the scouts. They know they need to do as much damage as possible, and if they could potentially win this, then even better. So they're looking to do as much as they can, and they're putting their all into this one. Great spray through the smoke, going to do a bit of damage onto Fady. Scout's not doing anything just yet. Blaze gonna push, or gonna take down Moch, who's pushing unexpectedly.
Smoke, yeah.
Now we wait and see. Dagger needs to land these heads. Ooh, a little bit of damage comes through, but the heads are not found. Damage is good though, at least. But he is gonna get taken off the position as the util is used, and the ramp is pushed by ATK. Rogues needs to get the rest of the damage done. There's the headshot. He needs to find more, but he can't. It's gonna be 4 against 3. Conspire need to do more. They need to push more, because if this is round 14, then their only chance is the next round. They don't have much to work with. Fady gonna take down Ivan. Dagger and Frozen, the last ones left alive, and make that just Frozen with a P250 and a dream, and that dream is short-lived.
Playing deathmatch at this point.
Yeah, well, at this stage, it's basically do or die. Conspire, they can buy into this one, but they have to win it. This is it. If they lose this, it's pretty much done, because their economy won't be in a very great space. So they should have maximum loss bonus, I think. Yep, they do. And losing this one means that they're going to be relying almost completely on that maximum loss bonus, which doesn't give you much to work with. They want to win this round, because if they don't, there's almost no way they're winning. Unless they win a couple of rounds back to back, there's no chance. Conspire, this is everything. Do or die, everything or nothing.
Really fast here. Conspire's going to have to rotate really quickly, otherwise they are going to be in a bad time here. I've been finding out that they're pushing down, but the rotations are not doing quick enough.
Oh.
And they're going to have to retake pretty hard here to take it back.
Yeah, it's a 1-for-1, and AKs are upgraded at least. But the bomb is towards B, and they need to make very quick rotations here. Conspire need to move and pull the trigger very, very quickly to get in position. Frozen moving down, but he gets taken down by Slowy. Now, things are looking not so good. It's a 3 against 4, and this round is so critical. Conspire, they need this. They need this badly, and right now it's looking like it's slipping away from them slowly. Mistem gonna take down Dagger. Rogue's gonna go down as well. And there it is. Moch gets taken down as well. That is just so unfortunate. Conspire, they've done such good work so far. They've been playing so incredibly well that it would really be sad to see them go out. But it is match point. ATK, they've played insanely well. And, well, they're looking to close it out. If they win this one, they take the W. And obviously Conspire, well, they will take the L. But right now, they don't have much to work with. They've got MP9s, they've got a FAMAS, an M4, an AWP. Not much in the way of util, not much in the way of armor. That's going to be slow. You're taking down Ivan. Things are not looking good. ATK pretty much have this one.
There, unfortunately, as well.
Yeah. Oh, slowly going to be doing the damage. And Rogues and Moch, I don't know if they can pull this off. I think this is an ATK
Moch might
round.
be able to get a nice little pick here if they don't expect him, but they're waiting for the rotate. Rogue's coming through their fade. He's waiting for him. Same with Slurry. There we go.
Yeah, there it
That's
is.
match.
16 rounds, ATK take map 2 and the W. Well played. I must say, that is one of the most entertaining and intense Counter-Strike games I have ever seen. Map 1 insane, map 2 insane. It's unfortunate that we couldn't go to a map 3. Both of these teams playing out of their minds. Just so amazing to see that we have such great levels of Counter-Strike coming out here. Really, really great to see. Well played to both teams. Keep it up. I want to see more. Don't give up. This has been probably the most insane thing that I've seen for a while in terms of CS games. And I want to see more. So GG, well played. Very, very great stuff coming out from all the teams. Well played, of course, to ATK for taking the W there. And yeah, thanks for joining in, everyone who has watched up until this point. Really appreciate it. That is it from me, your boy Patchy. You can go check me out on all my socials. I'm basically at PatchworkFennec on everything. You can check my Twitter link is down below. You can go check me out there. I do all my stuffs. I do a lot of stuffs, including casting, of course.
He does all the things.
Yeah, I does all the things. But yeah, so thank you so much, guys, for checking me out. Also, go check out your boy Prem. You can plug yourself here as well.
Oh hey, it's me, Prem. Aiden Crum on everything. Otherwise, you see Patchy and I together pretty often. We also have a podcast that we do now.
Yeah, keep an eye out for that podcast. New episode coming pretty soon. But anyway, that's enough chitter-chatter. Thank you so much for joining. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Ladies and gentlemen, and everyone else, have a good night. I will see you again some other time.
See you.
Cheers and peace.